Number 14, James.
Welcome here to the Intermediate Championship Final. Lacken Celtics take on the Cootehill Celtics. Today we'll just go with Lacken and Cootehill. I'm sitting here in a sun-drenched Breffni Park. Breeze seems to be at a minimum. Dry field. Martin Sexton, the referee, out in the middle of the park. I have Jody Clark, my analyst, here beside me. We'll name the teams. Lacken will start with Colin Comerford in goals, right full Shane Finnegan, full back Trevor Crowe, and in the left corner Damien McKiernan. Right half back Nevin McKiernan, in the centre Philip Minan, and on the left side Martin Brady. Middle of the park James Galligan, he will partner number 9 Joe Crowe, playing in his 4th intermediate final, I think back as far as 1994. Right three quarter Niall the Buck McKiernan, on the 40 is Finbar O'Reilly, and left three quarter is Michael Shanahy. Top of the right James Mina, on the square star of the last year's minor team Conor Finnegan, and top of the left Raymond Galligan, another man with a wealth of inter-county experience. Cootehill have Ryan Carroll in goal, right full Kieran Fox, full back Barry McGahan, and in the left corner is Gerard Argy. Right half back John Carney, in the centre Joshua Hayes, and in the left side Dean Connolly. Brian Sherlock partners John McCutcheon. Brian wears 8, and John, of course, another man like Joshua Hayes with senior inter-county experience, as has Barry McGahan. Right three quarter Damien Sherlock, on the 40 Mark Mullen, and left three quarter Stephen O'Connor. Top of the right is a St. McCartan star player, and no doubt hopefully will be a star of the Cavan minor team of 2013. That's of course Tom Hayes. Glenn Nulty's on the square, and top of the left another young promising footballer is Enda Hessian. Jody, how's this one going to go?
Paddy, first of all, thanks for asking me to join you here today on a beautiful day, as you said, in Breffni Park. Two best teams in the intermediate final today, Paddy. Two teams that have come through unbeaten in the championship to get to the penultimate stage here today. Cootehill have bring a great youth to the occasion and a great colour. Both teams lacking, of course, with the experience. Very hard one to call, Paddy. I would say it could take a second day to separate these two great clubs.
So Jody's calling the draw. We have Tom Riley on camera. We have Liam McCabe suited and booted and ready for action. So Lacken will play towards the town in the first half. Many years ago that would have been perceived to have been the scoring goals. I'm not so sure anymore if that's the case. I think it is balanced out over the last number of years. Cootehill obviously will play the opposite way. Some changes already. I see Mark Mullen seems to be going in full forward. John McCutcheon's gone to the 40, and out Glenn Nulty goes to the middle of the park. He there will partner Brian Sherlock. Lacken thus far, well, the two wing backs have changed position. Hessian is out wing forward. He's been followed by Nevin McKiernan. Lifting the ball with the knees, possibly illegal, says Martin Sexton. Yes, it is, and it's going to be a free to Finbar Riley. He's going to try and thread the needle into Conor Finnegan. Finnegan has it. He's down. Still Conor. Sends it in, and he sends it over the bar. On the right foot, good score. People would say that it looked as if that he had all the time in the world to clip it over with the right foot. But he took his chance, and he took it on the right foot. Done well. Good ball. Delivery was in there, was top class from Finbar. Following that free. Little unlucky maybe Cootehill to concede that early free. Joe Crowe, at his age, I think about 38, he will try and chase John McCutcheon around the field. Joe, of course, as I said, is a gamer. Out it goes to Hessian, wins the breaking ball. Nevin McKiernan paying close attention to him. McKiernan is there, he has McCutcheon in support. He goes left-footed inside. Trevor Crowe is out front. Trevor is still out front, throws it outside, out to his left half back. Martin Brady has it, Martin Brady across the top, and advancing down is Moyna, the centre half. Moyna's going, here goes Philip, plays it back inside. He's getting it out now to the man, it's James Moyna, the brother. Back out to Finbar Riley, left footed clip in towards Finnegan. Still Finnegan. Finnegan has the jersey tugged, and it'll be a relatively easy free for either Finbar Riley or Raymond Galligan. Finbar gives the nod over to Raymond, and Raymond, I would imagine, will be automatic from this one.
Should be, Paddy. Great start by Lacken. Just to start, maybe the Cootehill needed, but some great first time ball in there by Finbar Riley in front of Finnegan. Won his first one, turned over the bar, and to win that second one, done very well to win the free, which Raymond Galligan, 21 metres out. Pat, you'd put your house on him.
That's a long 21 metres, Jody, but maybe that's Shercock measurements. I'd say he's maybe a 31. Raymond steps into it, clips it high, clips it straight, clips it over the bar. Equally comfortable from the left side or the right side. It's 2 points to no score. Whatever wind is in it, going by the flags on top of the terraces in Breffni Park, would appear to be with the Lacken team. Out to the 13 metre line is Ryan Carroll yet again. Sporting a kind of a designer cap, so obviously there's a little bit of sun in the eyes. Drives it to the middle of the park. They're all up. Paul Braken. Winning the free in there was Len Nulty. He's fouled. He clips it outside to his right half back. Carney, far side of the field. Into Tom Hayes. Tom Hayes had the pocket picked and well picked in there by Damien McKiernan. Damien McKiernan getting it up to Niall McKiernan. Finbar Riley again. Good diagonal ball. Raymond Galligan has it on the chest. Throws it inside to Moyna. Moyna has it. Still Moyna has the pocket picked this time. This time Cootehill make better work in defence. Nulty throwing it back inside, across to McGahan. Back outside, he throws it out to Dean Conley. Joshua Hayes, far side of the field. He gets it into Hessian. Hessian has his jersey tugged there by Nevin McKiernan. Had the jersey tugged, one is free. From the right place says Martin Sexton. And all on the Romeo in there is Philip Moyna, the centre half back. Nobody on him. They'll try and find Hayes with this one. Ball free from where it lands. Absolutely needless free. I think it might have been Niall McKiernan that gave it up, but a needless free there and a chance for John McCutcheon to get his side on the board. Not really renowned as a free taker. We'll see how he gets on with this one, Jody.
Yeah, Paddy, interestingly, that Cootehill have swapped Barry McGahan out to Mark Raymond Galligan. Even Gerard Argy to pick up Conor Finnegan. They've made the better start, but if John McCutcheon tips this one over, it'll bring Cootehill right into intermediate final 2012.
Ball kicked high, kicked out to the right and kick wide. No games, of course, in Meath today, because down in front of me I have a man from Minolty, actually Newcastle. Mickey Lynch is here. He's a little bit late. Bernie had the breakfast on that bit late. He's here to cheer his 41-year-old son-in-law in the senior final. Eamon Brady will play his 24th season in goals in the senior championship final. To the Colin Comerford, to the 13 metre line. Nice kick off the outside of the boot. Fine drive. Ball up and fielded by McCutcheon. Here comes John McCutcheon. Good athletic player. Still has it. Throws it over far side of the field. Carney getting it back down to Nulty. Nulty inside to McCutcheon. Still McCutcheon. Clips it off the outside of the boot. And coming to meet Carney. It's Joe Crowe. Crowe doing well. Touched on the ground. Free coming out Glenn Nulty. Martin Sexton telling people to calm it down, drop it down a gear. It's going to be a free out to Lacken, that's the bottom line. Philip Moyna possibly will be the taker. He's looking at his options, he goes far side of the field. Nevin McKiernan. Trevor Crowe. Far out towards Niall McKiernan. Still Niall McKiernan. He's going to turn in on that left foot, and that's exactly what he does. Far side of the field into Finbar Riley. I think that was meant to go all the way through for Moyna Ella. It didn't. It went in around the house, and it's a good score. Finbar Riley kicked a good point there, Jody. Good point. Second from play for Lacken. They lead 3 point, and Cootehill need to make something happen. 6 minutes on the clock.
Surely do. Lacken are playing a very adventurous type game, dropping a lot of men back, Paddy, but breaking at great speed. A wonderful ball by Niall McKiernan over towards Finbar, and that point borrowed from Crow Park last Sunday.
Yeah, Finbar been doing it a long time now. He's playing in his third intermediate final, as is, I suppose, Trevor. Ball in, McCutcheon getting to it, so too is Joe Crowe. Ball going to be a throw up. McCutcheon took it quickly. Joe might have touched that one on the ground, but he kept his back to the referee. Owl dog for the hard road. Nolte and Crow up, not for the first time in their careers. Nolte has it, wins it. Has the pocket picked. McKiernan gets it inside. Advantage Lacken here at the bear down. And Shanahy has it on the left foot, but that one's going to stay high. Is it going to go out? It is. It's going to curl out badly to the left and wide. First wide of the day for the Lacken Celtics came off Michael Shanahy. He had a lot of real estate in front of him there. He possibly could have tore on with that one. Raymond Galligan had peeled off in the far corner, was looking for it, didn't get it. Carl to the 13-metre line. Crowd starting to fill up nicely. Not exactly sure of the attendance. I'm no doubt we'll be seeing that there's no taxman involved. I'm sure we'll be getting an accurate count later on. Up they go. McKiernan has it. McKiernan, if ball breaks, he got the free. Finbar will be the taker. He's looking to go diagonal ball again to Ray Galligan. Galligan has it. Bends. Still Galligan, and he's going to go for a shoot from distance, and that one's going to stay out to the right from that angle. Normally you'd put your life on him, Jody. He had the wind, and I thought he'd leave her up there at the right hand post and let her curl in. Second wide for the Lacken men. Ryan Carroll again makes his way to the 13-metre line.
Yeah, but at the moment, Paddy, Finbar Riley's pulling all the strings out there. Some great first time ball in. Both men inside are winning the ball. That's two bad wides for Lacken in a row. Will they regret it at the end of the day? Hard to know, Paddy, at this stage.
Carroll comes to the 13-metre line. Goes out left of centre, but only slightly. Ball breaking. Glenn Nolte there doubling on it, but it's blocked by Minor, the centre back. Still Minor, been tackled by Hessian, and it could be a card for Hessian. He just was a little high with that one. Now it's going to be a tick, I think. He wants Enda Hessian to turn the back, does Martin Sexton, to get a look, or is he going to give him the card? Niall McKiernan well capable of kicking this over the bar. He's a strong left foot. He takes it out of the hands. No doubt he'll be about, I would imagine, about 44 metres out by the time he kicks it. In his customary style. Big, strong fella. Be hoping for big things, maybe from Terry Hyde and Anthony Ford and co in the future to come from this man. Driving her in. And it's going to stay out to the right and wide. And Lacken very quickly have accumulated 3 points, and they also have 3 wides. They may need them all yet. So that one, well, I would have put certainly had no problem with Niall having a go at that one, because he is an accurate player. Field looking very well. Mr. Prunty was up this morning, gave it a clipping after the under 20 or the minor Division 1 championship. This kick out not as long, and it hangs up in the air a bit. Well fielded there by Shanahy. Good bit of fielding. Finbar now looking into the right corner. Nobody gone to the space. It'll go to Raymond Galligan in that corner, and you'll be expecting Galligan to catch her in the carpet. Burns shoots and out to the left and wide. Finbar was looking for that all the time. Raymond eventually made the run into the right hand corner of the pitch. Finbar found him. He caught it, in fairness to Raymond. Turned, shot, snatched it left and wide. 4 wides. Cootehill got to make it happen. That time Carl went out to the right side of the midfield. It didn't just get out there. It was well fielded by Shanahy. He was fouled. As Jody correctly said, Riley is pulling all the strings. That time there the half-back made the run, didn't get the ball. In fairness to Dean Conley, he made the run but didn't get it. Ball clipped over. Minor has it on the left foot, turning inside. McCutcheon does well to pick his pocket. McCutcheon is fouled. Now he's looking to go out far side of the field. Here come Cootehill. Can they get this one under control? Bad pass inside. Pugged from behind as Hessian has the jersey pugged. Good work there by Damien Sherlock. Damien now is going to go on a 1-2. Pulled inside there. Trevor Crow was coming at pace. He doubled on it, but it came outside the toe. Crow takes the line ball. Now it's Nevin McKiernan. Nevin McKiernan gets it into his right corner back. Shane Finnegan. Shane Finnegan to Joe Crow. Here they come. Shanahy on the run. The left footed Shanahy turns inside to Carney. Gives it back out to Joe Crow now, the big strong man. Here he comes. McCutcheon going to meet him. Turns back inside. Back out it comes to Finbar Riley. Finbar Riley. Inside he gets it in back into Jimmy Minor. Minor giving it back to Philip Minor. Back to James Minor. Back inside to Minor. I think Philip will punch this one over the bar. Or will he go for goal? Back inside James. Galligan had a chance, but unfortunately It's going to be a free in there. It looked as if it was all blocked, but there was a foot block. But certainly James Galligan had a chance there, but was a little bit ponderous on it and was blocked and well blocked, dispossessed. Cootehill avoided what could have been a goal there. Certainly a gilt-edged opportunity, but they will have an easy chance for Raymond Galligan to make it a 4 points to no score game here in the 11th minute.
Yeah, Lacken turned over the possession there. John McCutcheon had won a great ball in his own half back line, brought it up the field here, but Lacken turned it over and broke Paddy and seemed to have men over everywhere. This system they're playing under Jason and Martin Brady seems very effective on county final day. They're breaking at great speed from the fence, men unselfishly laying the ball off. The centre half back is having a great game for Lacken, very much involved with that move along with his brother, and Cootehill back had no other option, Paddy, but to pull him down.
Yeah, Galligan will tap this one over. That will be a 4 point to no score game, but certainly they're breaking, as you say, from at pace. Shanahy's back in there doing a lot of foraging. Mine is coming from deep. Philip Mine had done the overlap there, but him between himself and his brother there, they're causing a lot of problems. Here comes Carr with the kick, subs warming up Cootehill. They need to make it happen in a hurry. Up they go. Nulty breaks it down. Ball coming off the hands, not sure how this one's going to go. Over carrying, Finbar's penalised. It's going to be a free for Cootehill. It needed to happen. Joshua Hayes throws it over. He gets it over to his left corner back. Not a bad ball, or looked good. Is he going to get it, keep it in play? Kieran Fox, left footed kick. He played midfield here, I do believe, in the last time that they were in the final. It's going to be a free in. Tom Hayes, I believe, is the man that was pulled. No, not. It's actually Stephen O'Connor. Stephen O'Connor had the jersey tugged there by Shane Finnegan, and an easy chance for Cootehill to get on the board. The kicker will be the centre forward for Cootehill, although he's operating. He's wearing the centre forward's jersey. He will tap this over. That will make it 4 points to 1. And it's 13 minutes before Cootehill register their first score. Turns, shoots, scores. Cootehill off the mark. So the supporters here now with something to shout about. Lacken have 4 wides, they have 4 points. Cootehill, they have 1 wide and 1 point. And out comes Comerford to the 13 metre line. It could be a lot worse. There was a goal chance there for Lacken, so maybe it's time for Cootehill now to turn the screw a little bit, see can they apply a little bit of pressure. They have an inside forward line, they are capable. They're not very big, but if they get quality ball in there, they can put on the burners. Comerford, long kick down the throat to midfield. McCutcheon up, McCutcheon breaks. Nudge in the back, free coming the other way. Joe Crow wins that free. Back in as Fox. Finbar Riley, in it goes. Ball across the head. That was good play inside there. Done very well. Was the left corner back, Jerry Argy. Joshua Hayes back now, bends the back. Has McCutcheon. Throws it to McCutcheon. And right away there, he's fouled by Raymond Galligan. In across the top now. It comes back in to Sherlock. Sherlock clipping her in towards Mark O'Connor, but he can't keep it in play. Bad ball on the left foot. Line ball to the Lacken Joe Crows. Trevor, Taker, kicks it out to an unmarked James Minor. Absolutely no pressure put on him. He finds Philip, his brother. He has the jersey tugged and is actually leaned in and from behind, and it goes to Joe's Crow across the top. Here comes that man Mine again. Going to meet him now is his marker Kieran Fox. He plays it across to Raymond Galligan. Raymond Galligan has it. Still Raymond Galligan has a man overlapping, and there's the going to be a yellow card issued here. Joe Crow was ploughing through there. Big bus met the small bus and there was nothing to do, but the wing back there had to haul him to the ground. I presume he's going to get a yellow card for that, but certainly Raymond Galligan done well to win that ball. Was down on his knees, popped it to an on-rushing Joe Crow, and if Lacken can get 40, 45, 48 minutes out of Joe Crow, they'll be more than happy. They're going to lead now by 4 points again because Raymond Galligan will kick this over the bar. Nothing sure. Yellow card is issued. Out it goes. That's the card now that goes to Dean Conley. Raymond dead straight in front of the goals, about 24, 25 metres out. Taps the toe, takes a look, and he duly slices it over the bar. Good score under no pressure, and very quickly Raymond Galligan has accumulated 3 points. Ball quickly taken, and it's not a good one. Out it comes across the head though. Dean McKiernan is there, rather Dean Conley there, but so too is Niall McKiernan. Niall McKiernan, he's having a word I think with Dean Conley there, telling him he's going to have to calm it down. He is on a yellow, but that was a bad kick out. It was across his head, Jody. We'll talk just after this is going to be kicked. Finbar's going to be the taker. I'm not going to show. I would imagine he'll go for a give and go. Is he going to put it on the carpet? No, he's going to go for the give and go. Nice ball into Raymond Galligan. Two boys have played a lot of football together. McGahan has it, getting it outside. Ball is picked. Free coming out. Raymond Galligan looked for the free, didn't get the free. He wasn't impeded. Man out here, Hessian not getting the ball. Hessian eventually getting it again. Not a good ball. He's going to have to work hard to fight back into his defence foot. John McCutcheon is there, but he doesn't come to him. It's going to go inside to Kearney. Kearney to McCutcheon. Still McCutcheon. McCutcheon inside. Still John McCutcheon driving it forward, feeding a nice ball into Tom Hayes. Tom Hayes this time on the left foot, kicks her high, kicks her straight and kicks her over the bar. Good score. If they get him the ball, Jody, he'll do the harm.
Great score by Hayes, but the Cootehill management have seen the threat to the centre half back for Lacken, and they've switched into Hessen into centre half forward, moved Glenn Nulty out at wing forward here, trying to pick up the breaks from the middle of the field and to try and get an even keel and an even break at the middle of the field. Again, the ball turned over from Finbar's quick free by Barry McGahan, one of Cootehill's most experienced players. McCutcheon carried it forward with great intent and laid it off to young Hayes. Wonderful score with his left foot. 5-2 Paddy, 17 gone.
Comerford with the kick out. First score from play from Winkula. Out they come. Ball down the throat of the midfield. This time the break comes to Cootehill's way. Played out far side to Kearney. Hayes wants it inside. He's not going to get it because it's going to come to Hessian. Hessian kicks her high. Is that going to curl out? It's going to curl out to the left and wide. Thought he maybe could have kept going there. That's not a great wide. But Hayes had peeled off into the left corner into space. Didn't get the ball. It was a good pass into Hessian, but one would have felt maybe that he could have put the burners on there and maybe even advanced a few yards and punched it over the bar. Better stuff. Kenny Conley out on the field there, ushering on the troops. Comerford to the 13-metre line. More like it there. That's 2 attacks in a row for the first time today from Cootehill. There's lots of time left here in the first half. We're into the 19th minute. Here comes Comerford with the kick out again down the throat of the centre field area. Ball up, ball breaks. Free kick coming out Lacken. Joe Crow, nice and handy down to Finbar. Has a man peeling off, and that's exactly where it goes. Inside's to McKiernan. Neville McKiernan, he goes inside. Kearney, I think, is the man that's going to be on it. He's trying to go up into the corner. Trying to keep it in play there. Unable to keep it in play was Stephen O'Connor. It was very close to the line. But a little bit more bottle being showed there. Far side of the field, I have a Lacken man all on his own there. Available to Joe Crow there. Going for that one was a bad ball. McCutcheon throwing this one back. Sherlock back to McCutcheon. Made to fight very hard for this one. Wins the free, gets the hand on the back there. That time fouled by James Galligan. Here comes a man inside. Keeper or the free taker O'Connor has it. Throwing it back outside. This is not, maybe Cootehill should be trying to advance it down. Far side of the field. Hessian, I believe, is the man that's on it. Across far side now is Kieran Fox. Left footed Fox. Back outside is Kearney. Kearney is still outside. Still Kearney. Flicks it outside. An opportunity now. Kicked high and kicked in and out to the right and wide by the right three-quarter Damien Sherlock. Cootehill, they are very patient in their build-up, but they're going to have to try and isolate, Jody, the inside three, because they are the danger men.
Yeah, early on, Paddy, as we said, Finbar pulling the strings for Lacken at centre forward, but from Enda Hessel has gone out centre half forward for Cootehill. He's definitely brought them right rip roll into this match. That's a bad wide there, Paddy. They would have needed that one, but they're definitely bringing a lot more intensity. Throwing the ball over here at the middle of the field, getting in among Lacken now and making a right good battle of it.
Yeah, they didn't get here by mistake. They were here 3 years ago, defeated by Lavey. Lavey went on to compete in an Ulster final and equipping themselves quite well in senior grade. Up they go, ball breaking. Dean Conley has it, looking for Hayes now. Stab pass up to Hayes, but read out by there by Minor, the centre back, who's playing in the pocket and he's unmarked. Ball played through the hand there. Damien McKiernan. 1-2 is played. Martin Brady has it, gives it into Joe Crow. Joe Crow will do what he does best, runs straight into the tackle, gets it into James Mine. Advantage played, was met with a shoulder there. Ball in around the house. McGahan is up, so too is Raymond Galligan. Ryan Carroll is there. He has a man outside who didn't get it. He gets it instead to Carney. He had Kieran Fox maybe with a lot more space on the far side of the field. Ball stabbed upside to Hessian. Hessian is up, but again Trevor Crowe back in unmarked. Here they come again. Sherlock tries to round his man. Had the jersey tugged, going to win it. Quickly inside to O'Connor. At the centre forward, or rather Mullen. Mullen inside. Back outside it comes. A ball blocked down there. A man down, not sure, didn't see anything happen. Crowe is in there. Crowe has it. Crowe still has it. Throws it back outside. Out it comes to the other Crowe. Trevor Crowe has it. Trevor Crowe does what he does well. Meets a man head on with the shoulder and the feet didn't leave the ground. Trying to get him involved, but down the other side of the field, Nevin McKiernan. He cuts inside. Back out it comes now to Conor Finnegan. He's trying to stab it inside. This is an important one for McGahon to win. That was a great defending there by Joshua Hayes. Hayes came in and he picked the pocket. That may have been a game saver. We'll see how it goes on. But Hayes there has had a quiet afternoon thus far. On that occasion he was there to be counted. Hessian with the ball. Back upside he has Nolte. Nolte now has it, but again Hayes is going to have to get it in space. He's going to get it in, but not a good ball. It's going to come straight to Trevor Crowe. He picks it off the ground. Thought it might have been hopping. A chance for the left-footed Mullen to get his side within 2 points for the first time since the early going. Hayes stopped to set that time, Jody. He chased back with great tenacity.
When many other players would have given up, Paddy done a real captain's role there. Joshua Hayes, a very talented player, got back. It was a wonderful block on the line. Galligan had done well to break it to the in-rushing corner forward, but Josh, as you said, picked his pocket, and we're up here at the other end now where Cootehill can make it a 2-point game.
So it should suit the left-footed kicker, Mark Mullen. Was well worked up the field in fairness by Cootehill. Eventually not a great pass in towards Tom Hayes. Trevor was out in front. He was playing in the pocket. And it sneaks inside of the post, over the bar, his second and his side's third. So Comerford again coming to the 13-metre line. We have almost 23 minutes on the clock. So Mullen has 2 points from frees inside in there, but Cootehill maybe the last pass letting them down slightly. 2 half chances or more than half chances for Lacken for goals here in the first half. Another fine drive. Ball driven on. Back inside. Pushed in the nose. It's going to be a free in. Touched on the ground. Going the other way. Joshua Hayes says no. But it's going to be Raymond Galligan with a chance. Or is he going to leave it for Niall McKiernan? Raymond Galligan going to take it. He'll be taking it. Somebody's talking. And now a difficult free becomes a very easy free. I think maybe the man, one of the midfielders, not sure if it was Mr. Sherlock or Mr. McCutcheon, but a very, very difficult free for a right-footed kicker becomes now quite simple. He's just on the edge of the semicircle, and this will make it once again a 3-point game. 5 plays 3. Raymond Galligan will kick it over the bar. He will have his 4th point, and it will be a 3-point game. No, he does not. Paddy Shannon once again is wrong. That's a poor wide. Raymond won't be happy with that one. He snatched it. Might have been one for Niall McKiernan. It was just on the edge, and it was a left-footed kick, but only a couple of metres. It was shy. Ryan Carroll taking it. People are shouting he has to use the tee. There is nothing that says he has to use the tee. Absolutely not. Fox has it. Fox thrown it across. Ball stabbed downfield, but only as far as Minor. Well picked up, but poor control in the end. Ball kicked in there. John Carney had that ball under control. His solo run was less than what was desired, but another turnover for Lacken, and then it was turned over that by David Cross. Well in on the field was James Minor. It's going to be a throw up. Just getting a little bit raggedy there now at this stage, Lacken. They should be 3 points up. They're not. Well, every free is there to be scored, but it's going to be thrown up now. I would imagine that McCutcheon versus Crowe will be the way it's going to go. That's exactly how it's going to be. Hessian lying in the wings, waiting maybe for the breaking ball. Crowe has it. Still Crowe. Throwing down along the line, gets it inside to Philip Minor. His ball is doubled on. Inside it comes to Martin Brady. He's going to give it to Niall McKiernan. Now we're going to get a long left-footed clearance. This is where he can make it happen. It looked there now, the chance for the goal. Back of the net there. Barry McGahan, I think, lost that ball in the sun. That's a tremendous goal from Raymond Galligan. More than makes up, but it was a long ball in. You knew once the buck got it, that's the way it was going to be. Personally, I think that could have been caught on the chest for Barry McGahan. Unfortunate, he lost it in the sun, in my belief, Jody.
Wonderful score, Paddy. Finbar and Jason and Martin Brady have relocated Finbar into the full forward line. Lacken are playing with 11 men behind the ball. Inside you have Raymond Galligan, Conor Finnegan and Finbar Riley. 3 better forwards intermediate we haven't got in Cavan. That was a wonderfully worked goal, and Rock Cootehill right back on their heels.
McCutcheon has it, does well, wins the foul. Cootehill, we're right back in this game. Out in the field finds Hessian. As I say, it looked for me that ball was lost in the sun, and now it looks, that's why when the keeper there was actually wearing that hat, he looked to be out in front and underneath that one, McGahan did. But here it comes, in across the top. Ball in, comes to Hayes, but unable to get it. The half chance was on there. He made the step forward instead of the step back. It was a difficult one to read, but the half chance was in from behind there. Good ball sent in by Hessian. 27 minutes gone here in the first half. 8 points, plays 3. Lacken now will probably pack the defence. Sometimes prevent defence is not the way forward. Jason, of course, this is his first venture into management. Last year he did have a late role involved with the Shercock team as they prepared for the junior final. He was brought in there by the old man of rock, Mr. Jody Clark, and Jody would say that certainly Jason brought a freshness to it and gave a fresh impetus approaching the junior final. Out it goes from Comerford out the right side. Shercock, of course, that occasion bridged a long gap by coming through. Ball pushing the back, held back, and it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to be to the Cootehill men. Hayes gone. This time it's going to come to O'Connor. Still O'Connor. Back in it comes now to Kearney. Kearney far side of the field to Fox. Fox left foot, send her in high, and it's punched over the bar. Good work by Comerford there. That ball was a dangerous one that was hanging around, and a man who spent a lot of his career hanging around the middle of the field, Kieran Fox, sent that over the bar on the left foot, but it was good work by Kearney, switching the play from the left wing out to the old dog for the hard road, one of many out on that field today. There's a Fox, there's a McGahan, there's a couple of Crows, a lot of mileage. Finbar Riley, a lot of mileage also. Great servants to their respective clubs. Comerford to the 13-metre line, waits the kick. 28 on the clock. Down she comes, throw to the middle of the field. Fine balls the kick, drops to Shanahy. Gives it to Minor. Phillip, that is. Little nudge in the back, but McGahan stands firm. Plays the 1-2 with Hayes. Now it comes inside to McCutcheon. Still McCutcheon. McCutcheon rounds Crow. He throws it out far side of the field to Fox. Fox going to send this one high over to Hayes in the corner. He's going to have to work awful hard for it. Hayes has it, turns his man. Still Tom Hayes. Looking to give it out and does so. Thought they were going to get a free in there, didn't get it. Ball is thrown out. It's going to be a chance now, and John McCutcheon will have an opportunity here. Hayes done well, threw that ball back out to an advancing player, and it will be a chance. Or possibly it was O'Connor who won it and threw it out to Hayes. Either way, Enda Hessian has an opportunity now to bring it back to a 3-point game on the 29th minute. Not an easy free for a man's first free. We'll see how he gets on. Sends her in high, and he leaves her out to the right and wide. They've missed 2 frees from similar angles. John McCutcheon has missed one, Enda Hessian has missed the other. That's where Raymond Galligan, Finbar Riley and co have come in there, Jody. They don't miss those frees.
No, definitely not. But Cootehill will be happy enough, Paddy, to be still only 4 points down, because Lacken have owned the first half here as regards possession. They've scored 1-5. They've had 5 or 6 wides. They've played a lovely brand of fast moving football and letting the ball in direct into the full forward line. Old fashioned stuff. Cootehill have settled well to the task. Their 2 wing backs, Dean Connolly and young John Kearney, have really come into their own in the last 10 minutes, and they're still right there.
Middle of the park they come, through the hands of McCutcheon. McCutcheon back and lifts it up, left footed. Out it comes. Turnover. Pushing the back. Joe Crow gets the free in. Raymond Galligan. This one will suit him better. Maybe Finbar going to have a go. Raymond's making the march out. Either way, both very capable men. Cootehill did manage the turnover on that occasion. John McCutcheon had it. He was turned over. Then they done the opposite. They fought back and battled back gamely. Joe Crow did go to ground there rather easily. I'm sure he'd admit himself. But he did get the nod. And Raymond Galligan is going to place her on the carpet. We'll see how he gets on. I called it that he would score it last time. It didn't work out. So now he goes for, I believe, his fourth. A goal and 4 out of a goal and 6. Not bad going. Makes no mistake. He has his goal and 4. Ryan Carroll is not going to go quickly this time. We haven't had any time added on, or no signs. I don't think it was called yet by the referee as to what was going to be added. 1 minute, sorry. So this kick out will probably take us very close to that. Martin Sexton takes a look. Still all to play for. Ball out, coming through. Niall McKiernan is there, but he pulls on that one late, and it's going to be an opportunity. Ball out into space, but it's only going to be to a Lacken man. That's very, very wasteful there by Sherlock. Comes to Niall McKiernan. Niall McKiernan, next time the ball goes dead, I would imagine we will have the half-time whistle. That's a dangerous ball. Little nudge in the back. Free coming out. Conor Finnegan missed it, but the free had gone. He pushed McGahan in the back. We could see it. The referee could see it. And I would say now we're going to be coming to the half-time whistle. Half-time whistle comes. Jody, if he had to go and contest that one, but he was looking for the handy ball. It's not like Conor Finnegan. He normally competes in the air.
He does, Paddy, yeah, but it's wonderful to see the old exponent Niall McKiernan kicking in a 60-70 yard pass. It's what Gaelic football badly needs, Paddy. It's been a good enough first half. Lacken have dominated, I said, the lion's share possession. Cootehill got it back down to a 2-point game, but that goal has rocked them right back on their heels. And Dolan McAdam, Johnny Farley, Kenny Connolly have a lot of work to do at half time to get Cootehill back out for the second half up on fire. And Jason and Martin Brady will be happy as it goes. Joe Crow outstanding in the middle of the field, Paddy, in the first half, and their centre back Philip Mine has mocked up serious ball, and their inside forward line a very big threat to any intermediate team. The best game of football played in Cavan last year, Paddy, was probably the Lacken Gowna Senior Championship relegation playoff. So Lacken are a seasoned team, and Cootehill come with a young fresh team today. They're finding it tough out there, but they've been very honest.
We shall return. Hayes back out there at centre back, keeping an eye on Finbar Riley. She's ready for off in the second half. Nulty out in the middle of the field. Ball breaking in the middle of the field, still bobbling around. Sherlock has it. Sherlock was fouled. He goes far side of the field. Fox, he sends a nice ball inside. It comes well picked up inside, and now it's better stuff here. Mark Mullen, Joshua Hayes. Back out it comes now to his right 3/4. Damien Sherlock, high ball in around the house. Trevor Crowe will eat them up all day. Throws it out to his right to Shane Finnegan. Shane Finnegan out comes. Here they come fighting hard on this occasion. Not a good ball there by Finnegan. Ball in, Conover does well. Maybe he should have popped it over there, but certainly John McCutcheon was going for gusto there, but Lacken a little bit nonchalant in there. Shane Finnegan right for the clearance, went out to the right field. John McCutcheon was getting it every day of the week, but a little bit ponderous Lacken in there. They have a chance of a 45. Now does Dean Connolly and Cootehill. Dean, of course, I believe is the only man with a yellow card on the field. He's going to try and convert this one, but certainly there was a chance there, but perhaps tapping it over the bar at the early stages of the second half, Jody, would have been the wiser thing. You can't blame McCutcheon who's going for the juggler.
No, definitely not, Paddy. He went for it, and the keeper got down low and saved it. A good save, and young, as you say, young Dean Connolly has a chance to put 4 between them, Paddy. Colin Smith warming up here down in front of us. He's surely about to enter the fray for Cootehill.
He sends it in, but actually Niall McKiernan jumped that one, and you can't jump it's a wide ball. You cannot jump a free anymore, but it wasn't picked up by the referee on this occasion. Coming for to the 13-metre line. Had the legs, as I said earlier. Any wind that's in it will be favouring Cootehill now in the second half. Jason Riley will know that the first 10 minutes of this second half will be vital for his side to consolidate and not concede any needless scores. On that occasion they almost did, and it basically would have been their own fault. Sherlock has it. Far side of the field, and that's a good ball. Fox sending her high, left and wide. 2 wides in a row. Kieran Fox has 1 point. On that occasion he kicked her out to the left, and badly to the left. He was well put through there. Good ball from Damien Sherlock, but certainly they would want to try and feed that inside line. As we said, they have pace and power aplenty, but they need to get the ball fed in front, Jody, just to bring them into the game. Coming for to the 13-metre line. 2 quick wides for Cootehill, early going. Out it comes. Well kept in play there by Dean Connolly. Nice play there by Sherlock to release. I'm not sure if it was his brother, but Brian Sherlock. Mullen inside to O'Connor. Ball fed across the field. Inside it comes now to Hessian. Hessian on the left foot sends her in high. That's a good score from Enda Hessian. The Lacken defender had done everything right. Joe Crow having a word there with some of his fellow teammates there to track back. It didn't happen, but certainly I believe Niall McKiernan is going to get spoken to there, probably going to get a tick. It was for a late hit, but Martin Sexton did have an eye on it. Hessian has his first score of the game. Jody Cootehill showing a little bit more spice here in the early going of the second half. We'll come back to you now as soon as this lands out in the middle of the field. Good kick again from Comerford. Gets it out to Conley. Conley releases McCutcheon. Still McCutcheon. McCutcheon took a few steps there, got away with it, and the ball fed across the field. But it's cut out there by Nevin McKiernan. It wasn't a good ball off the left boot. Here's Trevor Crowe. Still Trevor Crowe. Over carrying. Trevor took the stutter step, and it's a chance there now for a kicked over the bar. Don't know who the taker on this one. I think it's going to be the centre forward there looking for his third point, Mark Mullen. Little bit ragged in the early going here, Jody.
Yeah, definitely so, Paddy, but Damien Sherlock at 10 and young Dean Conley here at number 7 have won the first 3 or 4 kickouts there for Cootehill and driven them forward. They're 2 wides as well, Paddy, at the start of the second half, and if John converts this one, that'll be 4 chances they've had in the second half.
McCutcheon out of the hands, sends a high. He has his first score here in the second half, comes off a free. It's a 3-point game. Colin Comerford for the 4th time in this second half is making his way to the 13-metre line. Hessian has a nice left-footed score from play. McCutcheon kicks it over with the right boot from a free. So it's a 3-point game, 1-6 plays 6. Not a bad game of football, this intermediate championship final. Comerford again, good kick. This time it hangs around the middle of the field. Ball breaking, ball bobbling. Finbar Riley picking up the break. Now it back to Joe Crowe. Back inside it comes to Dean Conley, not able to get to it. Now it's Nevin McKiernan. Nevin McKiernan there to Moyna. Moyna has jersey tugged, wins the free. Finbar again back there pulling the strings. Hayes does well. Not a good ball, it hung late there. Hayes might get spoken on that occasion. Now it's Mullen. Advantage is played. Comes to Hessian. Hessian to McCutcheon. McCutcheon on the left foot. McCutcheon kicks a great score on the left foot. Joshua Hayes may get a little tick here, not quite sure who he's going to speak to. But that was a good score off the left foot. But Hayes there has to get full marks. He just came and he met that ball. It was a loosely kicked ball by I believe it was Finbar Riley. It hung in the air and McCutcheon's timing was perfect. And Jason has the boys down now, cramping up just as Cootehill are getting into the game.
Yeah, a wonderful score by McCutcheon off his left foot, and Cootehill have definitely made the better start to the second half. Paddy Lacken are playing 2 men inside, Raymond Galligan, Conor Finnegan, but as I said, Cootehill with Damien Sherlock and Hesson beginning to turn the screw in the half forward line have come right into the match. Young Dean Conley has been very, very impressive, giving a number of inches away to Niall McKiernan there, but winning an awful lot of breaking ball.
And once again we see a fair bit of cramping up. Funny enough, in the ascendancy Lacken didn't have anybody cramping up, but Martin Brady's up and he appears to be okay. Comerford with the kick out. Martin Sexton keeps an eye on the clock. Down in front of us here we have Kingscote and Mullahoran making their way into the dressing room, but they'll be getting ready for the senior decider. Back in the back is Hayes. Hessian wanted that one, he didn't get it. It comes to O'Connor. Now it comes to Hessian. Rounds Shane Finnegan. Pops it to O'Connor. Back out to Hessian. Hessian outside of the right boot, partially blocked down, comes to Joe Crowe. Who else? Hayes blocks it, knocks it out of his hand. That's Tom Hayes. Coming out there, man that picked up a knock there is Damien Sherlock. I'm not sure how he's going to be after that. And now John Carney will be spoken after that. Blocking back, free coming out Lacken. Man down there, back down. Ryan Riley warming up along the line. Not sure who the other man. It could be Colin Smith. But it might be a shoulder problem there for Damien Sherlock. Trevor Crowe will be the taker. He's out now outside his 45-metre line. Martin Sexton, they're talking to Trevor Crowe, who's talking to Mark Mullen, and this man does seem to be in a spot of bother down there, Jody. He was in a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. There was nothing malicious in it, but he certainly has the wind shook out of him. Think he's going to be able to continue. What's your take on it, Jody?
Yeah, Bernie Walsh attending him, a long-time servant of the Cootehill club. Bernie Walsh gives up her time voluntary to look after all these Cootehill players, and as a credit to her, she seems to have Damien back and Nick, and he definitely has made a very impressive start to the second half. Lacken will be glad to break the momentum.
Trevor Crowe, he'll look to go short, I would imagine. Gets it into the buck. No, it's James Galligan. James Galligan. Through the hand it comes. Martin Brady has it. Now it's Moyna. Back into Joe Crowe. Joe Crowe, long ball in. In across the top it goes, and it's going to be kept in play. McGahan's going to let it out. Ryan Carroll there will be coming out to the 13-metre line. I would imagine maybe there that he wants everybody outside the 20-metre line, I would imagine, Martin Sexton. Martin Sexton going in having a word with him, saying what he has to do or can't do. Keeper seems to have no major problem with it. We'll see how his kickouts now go with the wind. That quick kick out had been working quite well there for the Cootehill Celtics. Driven to the middle of the field. Out they go. Ball breaking, ball dropping, and here comes Moyna. Has the pocket picked. Carney done well. Getting it to Sherlock. Sherlock to Hessian. Now it's a good ball if he can keep it in there. Sherlock comes into Hayes. Still Tom Hayes. Back inside it comes. Left-footed kick, and it's kicked and is out to the left and wide there. Mark Mullen kicked that one wide. Hayes, explosive player inside there. Third wide of the second half for Cootehill. They're within 2. 9 plays 7. Lots of time. 10 minutes gone. Second half. Once again, Comerford makes his way out. Warming up there for Lacken. Looks like he's going to be introduced as Shane O'Reilly. Another man who's a lot of football played. Picked up a knee injury early in the season. Comerford. Kick out. Hangs round the middle of the park. Well fielded by Niall McKiernan. Nice dish off there to give it to Nevin McKiernan. He's going in across the top. Finnegan is there. McGahan is there. Rather not McGahan, but that's Jerry Argy. Ball played downfield. Hessian has it. Still Hessian. Thrown it across the top. Now it's Nolte. Still Nolte outside of the right boot, and that one's badly kicked out to the right and badly wide. That's 4 wides in the second half, and that's again misuse of the inside forward line. They made several runs there, Jody, and no ball.
Yeah, poor wide by Glenn there. Young Conor Finnegan had a very impressive start to this game, but since that, Jerry Argy has put the tabs on him. Paddy won that ball very, very well. Looked to be Finnegan's ball. Argy won it. Cootehill worked it up the line, and it was a poor wide by Glenn, one of the more experienced players. At this stage, Paddy, it's still very hard to call the use of substitutions now. Cootehill are about to bring in the very experienced Colin Smith into their forward line. If he gets her in front of goal, Paddy, he'll know what to do. And as you said, Lacken maybe about to produce Shane O'Reilly. Subs could have a big bear on county final 2012.
Is it Cherry Argy who's been called to show? Jody has just commented on how well he was playing. Glenn Nolte, I think it was 14 instead of 4. Glenn Nolte. Out the field, the ball comes. Smith's up, ball breaks. McKiernan has it. McKiernan won it well. Niall Mack coming into it here in the second half. They're going to need him. In across the top it comes. Ball in, ball breaking. Wins the free there. Maybe a tad soft, referee's call, but certainly the ball was in across the top of Barry McGahan and Raymond Galligan. Galligan done well, competed well, and I would imagine Niall McKiernan will just clip this one over on the left boot. Is he going to leave it for Raymond Galligan, or is he going to kick it himself? He's going to kick it himself, and it will be a chance to stretch the lead to 7. It will be a welcome score for the Lacken men. Suits a left-footed player, has his own style, normally stands with his back to the goal. That's the way it is again. Watched him before the pre-game warm-up and he was kicking them from everywhere. And he hits that one high and straight and over the bar. Good score from Niall McKiernan. It's his first of the game. More importantly, it's Lacken's at 1-7, Cootehill at 7 points. Now Colm Smith is out operating round the 40. Big strong lad, 24-25 years of age. Playing a bit of rugby over in England town. They get him on the edge of some ball breaking. Joshua Hayes picks it up there from Damien Sherlock. Clips it up inside to Dean Connolly. Dean Connolly to Colm Smith, the left-footed Smith. He tries to clip it upside and it's a nice ball to Hession. Hession, lovely pass inside. Now it's back into Fox. Fox clips this one high and that one's going to stay out to the left and wide. Inside he had O'Connor gone unmarked. That is a poor wide and that's their 5th wide of the second half. Kieran Fox won't be happy with that one. It was incisive play by Cootehill. Smith's pass was a lovely weighted pass. Great ball, Hession, great ball from him, and O'Connor was inside there all on his own and should have got that one slipped through the hand, Jody.
Yeah, Paddy, there's been some very interesting duels in this county final. The one here is fascinating me in front. Niall McKiernan and Dean Connolly both involved in a bit of handbags out there, but Martin Sexton's going to take all that. But it's been a great battle between them. It's ebbed and flowed. McKiernan's influence in the last couple of minutes for Lacken. He's caught the last 3 kickouts for Lacken. He's kicked that point, but Connolly keeps driving Cootehill forward on every occasion. Paddy, 14 and a half minutes gone, second half. A goal still divides them. Raymond Galligan's goal. So at this stage, Lacken will be looking to close it out, but Cootehill look very dangerous on the break. And Smith may yet bring a big influence to it. Very unlucky not to get a score there. The cornerback, as you said, Kieran Fox, who got 1 score. Definitely had 2 bad wide second half.
Interesting switch there. Fox now been moved over to the buck. McKiernan and Dean Connolly on the far side to Shanahy. Shanahy has it. Shanahy loses it. Shanahy gets it back. Shanahy did well. He had to work hard. He had a lot of work to do there. Wins the free kick. He worked hard for that free kick and he gets it. Joe Crow clipping it forward. Finds James Minor. James Minor trying to get her forward. A chance for McKiernan. He did well on that occasion. That was a good score from Niall McKiernan and there was a necessary score. Barry McGahon came there. Maybe it was a chance on if Raymond Galligan had to get it slipped inside, but McKiernan had the power and the presence of mind to stay on his feet despite the hefty challenge, but he was well released by Joe Crow. Good work by Crow. He's been quite good today at releasing the ball from those short frees and just clipping them ahead to fellas. Having a good game. McCutcheon breaks it. Held back there was Dean Connolly. Dean Connolly going in across the top to Hession. Let's see if Hession got the burners now. He has McCutcheon inside him. Inside it comes to Mark Mullen. Mullen inside. What's it going to be? It's going to be a penalty kick, I do believe. Yes, it's going to be a penalty kick for a foot block. Tom Hayes is down. There's 2 Hayes down. Little bit of argy-pargy in there. Colm Smith is in there now, and if you have somebody going to protect you, you wouldn't mind if it was Colm Smith. He's a big, strong man. Don't know who the taker's going to be. It possibly will be Tom Hayes. Not quite sure. But certainly that was the result of good work by Dean Connolly. It was a lovely clip pass in across the top to Hession. Hession threw it inside. I believe it was the centre forward Mullen. Mullen, as he attempted to kick it, was the referee judged that the ball was a foot block. He was trying to, I think, drop kick it with the left boot, but it's going to be a penalty and a very necessary. This one's going to have to hit the net, Jody, on the second half. We're in the 17th minute.
Yeah, very vital one now. Colm Smith has been talked to by the referee Martin Sexton. Not sure that's about. Sexton has indicated it's a penalty to Cootehill, so that'll stand. If the score, Paddy, it leaves it a 1-point game coming down to the home stretch. 13 minutes left. It's anyone's game if this hits the onion bag.
And you've heard it here. Who's coming off? Who's coming over? I don't know who's going to be spoke to. Somebody's going to be spoke to. It looks like it might be the centre back, Philip Minor. Having a great game to date. 5 second half wides, the story of the second half for Cootehill, and still lots of time left. Lacken had the same number in the first half. They have won in the second half. So far Cootehill have had 9 wides. Trevor Crow there keeping everybody nice and calm. The one thing I will say here, it's taken a long time to take the penalty kick. Hession looks to be the man who's going to take it, and sometimes that can put players off when there's too much time. I don't know who's involved here now. Raymond Kelly's making his way in, the linesman. Seems to be somebody. There's somebody in trouble there now, and I think it could be Damien Sherlock. It's much ado about nothing. On a Saturday night in Bainbridge Avenue in the Bronx 20 years ago, you'd see a real row. So far we have a lot of people pushing and shoving and not a punch through. Nothing of any consequence anyway. So now Martin Sexton may have to do something. He may probably do red and red. Raymond Kelly's having a word with him. I don't know who started it. I don't know who finished it. I'm not going to make any judgment on it. That's the referee, linesmen and all other officials, umpires included, to make their calls. And certainly Damien Sherlock is in bother. He's been spoken to now by Martin Sexton. Hessian, this looks to be the taker. Red card. Now let's see if he's going to speak to anybody else. Brian Sherlock going to get spoken to. His brother. As I say, this could have the unsettling effect on a young 19-year-old. Yellow card now for Brian Sherlock. Now is he going to have a word with anybody from Lacken? It doesn't appear so. Hessian will be the taker. Hessian, soccer style, stutter step, puts it in the back of the net. They're down a man. But he was very, very cool and composed and stuck that into the net. He has a goal and a point, and the Hessian has, all of which has come in the second half. The point has been taken with the left foot, the goal on the right from the penalty spot. But certainly the keeper went the right way, but he hit it with a sufficient pace, Jody, and buried it.
He showed nerves of steel, Paddy. Was in fairness that all unnecessary bit of a flare up there, and Hessian held his head, used his soccer experience, a very talented soccer player at Monaghan United, and buried it right in the back of the net, Paddy, to make it a right good battle last 12 minutes.
Leaning from behind, free to Lacken. Ball going to be moved up for descent. Shane Finnegan is now back in as the sweeper. In it goes, in towards Finbar. Is he going to have a pop? He's going to give it into Niall McKiernan. At the jersey tug there. He could have blew it the other way coming out. He decided it was McKiernan's free. He'll take it himself, or is he going to give it to Finbar? Finbar will be the taker. Is it going to be Raymond? It's going to be Raymond. Raymond looking to have a goal in 5. And it'll be back to a 2-point game. Jody, very, very critical decision that time.
Yeah, in fairness, Finbar came out, won it out. Finbar's had a quiet second half compared to the first half. He won it out, put it through to the man in form at the minute, Niall McKiernan, and I suppose he was a bit tad lucky to get the free, took a lot of steps. Martin Sexton, the judge, the Cootehill defender, put a hand on him. So Raymond Galligan from about 21 metres, Paddy, right straight to the left of the goals here, and he's kicked it high and over the bar, and Lacken now 2 in front, 10 minutes left on Martin Sexton's watch.
Ryan Carroll not going to go short. Cootehill have time. They're down a man and they're down 2 points. Clipped out to the middle of the field. Paul Bracken. Here comes McKiernan from distance. Is that one going to go over? That one's not. It's going to come in. Finbar Riley tackles the keeper illegally. It's going to be a free out of his hands. Comes out to Kearney. Still Kearney. Kearney to McCutcheon. They're going to need a big 10 from McCutcheon. McCutcheon to Hayes. Another man who's going to have to show a captain's role. But there's nobody inside. He's going to try and get in across the top now to O'Connor. That's a good ball from Hayes. Inside to Hessian. Still Hessian. Still Hessian. Clips it in, clips it on the left foot. That's a good score from Hessian. He has a goal in 2. He's been a handful here in the second half, Jody. But that was good work, and it all came from the keeper being fouled by Finbar. Not a bad place for Finbar, in fairness, to foul him. But Hayes there, a nice weighted pass to O'Connor. Hessian running havoc here in the second half. They're having problems sticking with him.
Oh, he was brought out in the first half, out centre half forward, Paddy, and he's revelling in that role. He took his time there, he checked inside, steadied and kicked a lovely point of his left foot, and he is the man now that's going to try and drag Cootehill right back into it. They're a point down, but there's plenty of time left.
Ball break in the middle of the field. Now there's no break on it. Lacken have it. Colm Smith now has it. Still Colm Smith. Colin Smith winning it there because he had the bit of power. Now it's Joshua Hayes. Still Hayes, and Hayes getting it inside to Dean Connolly. Dean Connolly cutting inside. He wins his free. And I think maybe Conor Finnegan is okay now. It's back into John McCutcheon. Still John McCutcheon. John McCutcheon clips it in, and he clips it high. And that's a great levelling score. It's his second. He has one on the right from play, one on the left from play, and one on the right from a free. That makes 3, but it also makes the sides level. And here come Cootehill with level for the first time since the opening score of the day. They have, since it was 0-0 at the throw-in, they have trailed. And certainly it would appear that they look to be the team with the 15 and Lacken the 14. They trailed by 2 a couple of minutes ago. 23 gone in the second half. It's 1-9 apiece. Will Jody's prediction of a draw match be correct and right? Comerford's kick out left of centre. Well left of centre. Shanahan's there. Going to meet him is he's tackled there and fouled. Shanahan seems to be down. He's going to be up and he's going to be okay. Down to Trevor Crowe. Trevor back out into the engine room of this field. Going to meet him there. A free kick going. Is it going to be coming back in which way? A free kick that one times goes from Cootehill. Or rather for Trevor gets it there. Looked as if he was going on straight through and he was got an unnecessary challenge, and the free kick goes to him. In it comes to Finnegan. Finnegan has it. Still Finnegan. This is going to be a throw up, I believe. Conor Finnegan takes a knock. Didn't see the free in it. Argy was close by. He did take a knock. I believe it's just going to be maybe for an injury, so this may be possession to Lacken, which they can't score from. That may be the new rule. Only time will tell. Jody called it for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Paddy, I think it's interesting to see what Martin Sexton will do here, because I think he may have allowed Conor Finnegan the advantage. He may be calling it back for free. He hasn't indicated either way. Paddy, it's too hard to actually call, but I suppose Cootehill, when it looked dead and buried, the penalty brought them right back into it, but they suffered Damien Sherlock being sent off, who had started very well, but they showed great courage. John McCutcheon kicked a wonderful pint, and that's what you need your big players to do, and Heston off his left foot. It's anyone's, Paddy, as I said before. Lacken got the great start. Cootehill looked shell-shocked early on, went 4-5-0 down, but have come back into the final in the closing 10 minutes of the first half and the first 10 minutes of the second half, and they've kept that momentum going, Paddy. It's very, very hard to call. I still say we could be back for a second day, Paddy, with exactly 6 minutes left on Martin Sexton's clock. He seems to be, as you said, throwing this ball up, in fairness to him. I'll switch back to you, Paddy.
Well, I make it 5 minutes, Jody, but ball is up and the ball game is on. Ball breaks. Who has it? Over carry and free coming out to Cootehill. Josh Hayes. In across the top. The speedster is in, but Finbar is there. But this time Finbar, I think, is going to be penalised inside. Yes, there will be a free there to O'Connor. Ball will be moved up. Colin Smith is a man who can thump a ball from distance. This time he's in there. Hayes wants it inside. He's not going to get it. Tom Hayes has been starved of possession. He's back in again. Every time he makes the run. Now it's Hessian. Far side of the field. That ball is heading up for Kieran Fox country. He's going to be first to it, I do believe. The older legs of Fox. He's giving it back out to Hayes now, but a lot of work to do. Back inside it comes. Inside it comes. Well blocked down. Back out it comes to Kieran Fox. That's great work inside there by Moyna. That's the corner forward, Moyna. Now he gets it back to the brother. Back to brother. And again it's out and released. Out it comes to Trevor Crowe. Trevor Crowe still coming. Over carrying this time by Trevor Crowe. Colin Smith is really animated out there. He made him head on with his shoulder. Trevor kept going. He went for the next man and he forgot to give it a solo with a hop. It's going to be a difficult one for McCutcheon. He's a long way out. We have 27 on the clock. By the time this kick out is taken, I think we'll call him down there. Lacken man is saying we're going to need a turnover. It looks as if James Minor might be the man that's in trouble there, cramping. McCutcheon will be the taker, and again the delayed tactics are in. Jason making his way in. They delayed before the penalty. Now they're going to delay McCutcheon here before this chance. Martin Sexton over with him too, seeing what the story is. That time, on a couple of occasions, Jody, I'd have to say that it would appear that Tom Hayes is making great runs, but no little dinky balls kicked in front of him.
Yeah, but Cootehill are aware of the fact, Paddy, they're down a man, and Lacken have dropped the sweeper back in front of him as well, and Cootehill are protecting the ball, trying to work it to the score. It was a tremendous block by the Lacken corner back. Here goes John McCutcheon.
She's going to drop in around the house. Ball in, ball breaks. Hayes has it. Back in, buried. Maybe he should have punched her over the bar there. A little bit of inexperience, and it's going to be attacked. But it was a great defending by Lacken. But that was a chance there, just as we mentioned his name. The punch over the bar would have given them the lead. Nevin McKiernan going the other way. Still Nevin McKiernan. Inside it comes Joe Crow. Joe Crow plays it back out to the old Finbar Riley. Finbar Riley trying to thread the needle. Back out it comes. Sherlock picks it out. Out it comes, and it's Carney coming the other way. Carney to Hessian. Hessian, is he going to throw and try to thread the needle? Will he take his man on? He takes the man on. Martin Brady is there. Martin Brady commits the foul. This may be worthy of the card. I'm not quite sure. He was gone by him, and he'll be called over now by Martin Sexton. Maybe this is a chance for Colin Smith. As I said, he has the left leg. He has used it. He played county minor. He played county under 21. He went to England on his studies. Probably qualified at this stage, but certainly, well, it's one of Mark Mullen, the man under the left-footed kicker. We now have 28 minutes on the clock. But Tom Hayes had a chance there. Maybe, I know he was going for net there, but maybe the little punch over the bar was a crowded area.
Oh yeah, but youthful exuberance, fair play to him. He went for it, and seemed to be well blocked on the line by Lacken man, rebounded up the field, but it was a tremendous win by Brian Sherlock. Brian Sherlock has come well into this game. He won the ball in front of Niall Buck McKiernan, walked the ball down the field, and Mark Mullen has a chance, maybe, to win the county final.
Flat ball across the field. There's certainly a bad thing to do there, and now it's gone up to Raymond Galligan. Is this the one that's going to decide the county final? Mullen had lined her up, and Galligan is going to go for gusto, and it's going to go all the way out to the left and wide. Only lacking second wide of the second half. That would have been a cruel one, and John Emo makes his way in now to Martin Sexton. We're going to see what added time. We're into the 30th minute, and it would be, in fairness, a tough one to call at this stage and a tough one to lose. Cootehill down to 14 men for the last number of minutes. Shane O'Reilly warms up again for the Lacken men. Ryan Carroll with the kick out. A kind of a stuttered kick, but it's a fine one. Ball breaking in the middle of the field. James Galligan has it. In it comes. And it's going to be close to the now. It's another chance for Lacken. Minor. Inside it's going to come. And that's good play by McCutcheon and Nagy. Handle on the ground, was it? No. And it's going to come to Finnegan. Inside it comes to Finnegan. Back inside. It's going to be a free in for touching it on the ground, or for kicking it along the ground. 4 minutes. This is going to be the lead score. Cramping up again now, Lacken. Joe Crow's lasted the hour in this one. They're into injury time. It looked there that John McCutcheon and Gerard Argy had taken this one under control, and Finbar Riley's going for his first score. Will it be the winning? It's going to be his second score, rather. He has one from play, and he'll be looking one from a play. The one from a free, rather. The one from play came early in the first half. Finbar clips it high and clips it over the bar. Raymond Galligan cramped up. He's up and he's okay. Coming onto the field now for Lacken is their number 17, Stephen Brady.
Substitution on the Lacken team, number 17, Stephen Brady, rotation 14, James Moynihan. 17, Stephen Brady, rotation 14.
Now Trevor Crowe gone to the middle of the field. Joe dropping back in a kind of a centre half back come sweeper. Ryan Carroll. Out they come. Over carrying, is it? Out the far side of the field. Joshua Hayes releases Dean Connolly. Back in, it says to comes to Colin Smith. Still Colin Smith. Colin is fouled. He's looking across to John McCutcheon, and that may be what that switch of the play that time when they had a chance. Inside it comes into O'Connor. Back out it comes to Mark Mullen. Now it's come to Fox. Fox to McCutcheon. McCutcheon kicks her high, and that's a hell of a score on the left foot. I have to give full credit where credit is due to John McCutcheon. He has 2 on his left, he has 2 on his right, he has 4 points from the middle of the field, 3 of them are from play, but that's a hell of a score under pressure. His side trailing by the minimum. The sides are level. She's in the melting pot. We're in the 33rd minute here of the second half. Full credit there, but Colin Smith done well. He held the ball, he waited the pass. O'Connor was unselfish. Out they go, middle of the field. Ball breaks middle of the park. James Galligan is there, Joshua Hayes there. Joshua Hayes wins the free. And it comes now again to Dean Conley. Dean Conley has it. Hayes makes the run into the corner to Hayes. Hayes has it. Hayes hasn't got it now. Now it's Trevor Crowe. Still Trevor Crowe. Now it's Tom Hayes. Hayes is inside. Back out it comes. Hayes wants it back, not getting it back. Out it's going to come back again now. It's coming to O'Connor. Back in far side of the field. In across is going to come now. Free kick, and it's going to be a left-footed chance. I don't know, Mark Mullen is going to have a chance to winner for Cootehill at the death. It's into the 34th minute. By the time this free and kick out will be taken, depending on how it goes. But I have to say one thing, there was no place for the faint-hearted. That man put the head where you wouldn't put a concrete block, went for that ball, won his free. It was only a tad late. I think it might be Trevor maybe. Nothing malicious in it. It was 2 men going wholehearted for it in championship match. They were trailing by a point, Jody, into injury time with a free at the far side of the field. They come back and McCutcheon had a great leveller. Mullen is going to have a chance to win the watch. What way do you see her going, kid?
Can't see anything else but Mark nailing her at this stage. Whether Martin Sexton will allow Lacken back up the field. It was absolutely brilliant play by Cootehill inside there. But McCutcheon's the man, Paddy. Showed nerves of steel, left foot. Everyone else passed it off. He stepped up and kicked a point. That's the difference, Paddy. That's why he plays it at a higher level. A tremendous second half performance by John McCutcheon. And Cootehill have to pull this one out of the fire. They've never led in this game, Paddy. What a time it would be to lead. As Declan Woods announced all Stewart's end of match position, so we're coming very, very close to Martin Sexton's long whistle. A bad delay here for Mark Mullen, a young lad, a confidence player, but he has the shot, Paddy, that could win and bring the Tommy Gilroy Cup back to Cootehill for the first time in 41 years.
Yes, is right. I think it might have been against Lacken as well. I'm not quite sure, but certainly there have been 2 teams that would have been in the intermediate championship for quite a lot of the last 40 odd years. Cootehill, of course, have played senior in the past, and the great Charlie Gallagher, they were the team, in fact, that would have knocked, following that intermediate championship win, they're the team that would have knocked out I think the Cushallock going for their 8th in a row. Mullen has the chance. 4 men from Lacken line her up. Nerves of steel required. Lacken, I'd say, kind of lucky that this ball wasn't moved. Ball floats in and it's gone out and wide. Is it kept in play? Free kick coming out. So I would say 35 minutes in, a draw match. It's the way it's going to be. That was a great chance for Mullen. Maybe Colin Smith was a man too that was looking to take that one. She's all over. And she's a draw match. Cootehill looked maybe a little bit more downhearted of the 2. Jody, you called it correctly.
Paddy, a wonderful advertisement for a much criticised Cavan standard of football. A tremendous intermediate final between 2 wonderful teams. Cootehill at times today, Paddy, outclassed, but they showed absolutely great courage. And I suppose the biggest task now for them will be to grab hold of Tommy Riley's video, get back, look at it, and we'll get back here next Sunday. Paddy, I'm looking forward to it already. I think both sets of management, Donal McAdam, Jay O'Reilly, deserve great credit for the way they brought their teams to Breffni Park today. Niall McKiernan in serious trouble out in the middle of the field, involved with Martin Sexton. He's already been booked, Paddy, and the colour of that card will have a big bearing on next Sunday's game. Sexton goes to the pocket, Paddy. What does he pull out? He pulls out yellow. Niall Buck McKiernan, the luckiest man probably in Breffni Park. He had a wonderful second half, Paddy. He took Lacken at times when they looked dead and buried. He grabbed balls around the middle of the field. He showed great leadership. But a draw, Paddy, a draw. I think a very, very fair result. I think Cootehill came of age today, Paddy. An awful lot of pundits wrote them off. Lacken's experienced players in the first half really stood up to the mark, but the young Lions of Cootehill, of Damien Card, young Dean Conley, John Carney in the second half, Hessen at number 11, he wore 15, he played on the 40. They really did do their club proud, and Lacken with a great tradition and great club men involved. Joe will be very proud of his troops. He'd be glad to have got out of jail there at the end. Mark Mullen Mullen will be feeling sorry for himself. He has nothing to feel sorry for, because you'll never kick a ball wide, Paddy, unless you take them frees. Take it from a man who has done it on numerous occasions. I wish both teams every success, Paddy. I think we've had a wonderful sporting game, a fine sporting game, a bit of handbag stuff which resulted in Damien Sherlock being sent off. He'll miss county final replay. There'll be no one more disappointed than him. He had started the second half in great style. A special word of mention to his father, who made the track here today. Brian Senior hasn't been well in the last number of years. He was on the last Cootehill team to win a championship 1971 alongside the one and only Charlie Gallagher. He made the trip here today, and I'm sure he's very proud of his team. But both clubs and both supporters can bring an awful lot of positives out of this, Paddy. I thoroughly enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed sitting beside you. We end county intermediate final on a draw, much like the senior game, Paddy. It's been the year of the draw.
From myself, Tommy and Jody, Slán.